Before Washington, Sean was a very good number 2 or number 3 person on a team. That is to say, he understood what was needed to get done quickly. He had a strong sense of timing and accomplishment. He can actually go in and get something done. Many lawyers, even those from the best law schools, have difficulty even with those practical tasks. They're very, very good at thinking through analytically a legal problem and researching an issue and even writing well. But it also takes a certain amount of life experience to go into a situation and get it done. Sean always had that, but when he came back from the White House, he assumed much more of a leadership role. He was able to manage other people. He was able to set goals for them. He was able to keep them motivated and interested and focused. And so for now, I think you just give him a problem and he'll go and solve it.
What was your reaction when you heard that he was going to run for Attorney General?
I was very happy for him. I thought it was a good decision for him. I think it's going to be a very difficult a race because particularly with Eliot Spitzer's performance in that office, it's elevated the office to a degree I've never seen before in the history of the office as long as I've been living in New York and practicing law. So I think it's attracted a much higher caliber lawyer and public official because it's seen as an office that's capable of doing an awful lot of very good prosecutorial work. Well, a large part of what that office does, although not exclusively, is criminal work, and Sean has done criminal work with me. Also, the way in which Sean has developed as a lawyer, he is someone who's focused on accomplishing what has to get done and is very well organized and very focused on getting what has to get done according to a schedule. The prosecutors that, in my experience, have done the best job in a public law office are ones that take that law office and push their younger assistants to make sure that that office is looking at every conceivable area within its jurisdiction and not satisfied to wait to have cases come to them. They go out and they act in a proactive fashion. Sean, I think, understands that well. I think his experience in politics, I think, has served him well in that regard. I think he identifies issues and he is very aggressive about pursuing them. He has an enormously good sense of humor. He is open to listening to the views of others, which I think is important. He has seen a lot for a person as young as he is and has done a lot, and he's remarkably unflappable when he's confronted with an entirely unusual set of circumstances, which we sometimes are when we practice in law. He doesn't let on that it's something that is remarkable or very different, and I think that helps put people around him at ease. I think he doesn't panic ever, which is a good thing, because he's going to be preparing himself presumably to be exercising an enormous amount of public authority, and it's important that he handle that with a certain temperate, measured approach to his work, and I think he will do that. He's done and seen a lot, so I think he's well prepared from that standpoint.
Do you and Sean work on pro bono work together as well?
Yes. The most recent example of a case we've worked on together is Judy Shepard's case involving the death of her son, the murder of her son, and trying to ensure that justice is properly served in that case. But we've worked on other things over the years. I've done a lot of pro bono work for the Association of the Bar of the City of New York and for various civil rights organizations.
And lastly, so do you endorse Sean for his run for Attorney General?
I do support Sean. I think he'll make a fine Attorney General.
And just lastly, again, well, why is that? Why do you support him?
I think he's energetic. He's bright. He's, I think, committed to public service. I think he knows what public service entails. I think he will assemble a very good staff. I think he's focused. I think he'll actually want to do the job as opposed to using it as a way to enhance other career objectives. I think he is. I think he's a very balanced human being who has a very strong view of the appropriate use of criminal laws and prosecutorial authority. And I think he'll motivate and excite people, both constituents and people in his office that serve under him.